Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to talk a little bit today about the Game Chasers movie, in particular, the trailer they released. Now, as many of you know, the Game Chasers, which is a popular YouTube show starring Billy and Jay, they're putting out a movie, and it's called, fittingly enough, the Game Chasers movie. And they just recently released a trailer, and I want to talk a little bit about that and just what I think about it. But real quickly first, I currently have my next book, the NES Omnibus, the Nintendo Entertainment System and its games, Volume 1, A through L, is currently on Kickstarter. And if you haven't seen it before, here's sort of a printout of the cover, and you guys can check that out on Kickstarter. I recently hit 100 backers, which I'm really excited about. This is my first ever book to Kickstart, and it's going really well so far, and I will put a link in this video. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the project. Let's get to the Game Chasers movie trailer. Okay, so the film has been post-production, but they have done some, they're just getting the word out a little bit, and so they've released a trailer. I would imagine it's not the final trailer. They're probably going to polish it up a little bit and add some things, or there might be a second trailer or whatever. But the trailer, so real quick, before I get to what I think about the trailer, just fair warning, I am friends with the executive producer of the Game Chasers movie, Shane Stein, really good friend of mine, and he's been very supportive of my writing career and likes my books and stuff, so there you go. I'm friends with Billy and Jay as well, and I watch them on YouTube, and I actually have the first season of the Game Chasers on DVD, which they had given me to review. And we bought the second season of the Game Chasers and had it signed when my son was young. We got that signed for him, so very cool. Just a fair warning, and I'm friends with several cast members as well. So take that for what it's worth. And I even interviewed Billy a while back about the Game Chasers movie for Culture Map Dallas. I will put a link to that as well. All right, guys, so let's get to the Game Chasers movie. Just real quick, on IMDb, the description of the movie, sort of the brief plot synopsis. Billy and Jay, friends since kids and now beat down with life, go on an adventure to track down Billy's original NES gaming system in order to play it one more time. Now, with a plot like that, I pretty much have to watch the movie. Big NES fan, and my newest book, my forthcoming book, is about the NES, so of course I'm on board. Now, the trailer starts off with, I believe it's OK Chief. I don't really watch his channel. Nothing personal, I just haven't gotten around to watching his videos, but he's a popular YouTuber, and I see him at Retropalooza, and I believe it's him. And he starts off, he's talking to a couple of guys, Billy and Jay and whatnot, and just sort of starts off with a joke, and I don't know that it hits. It's kind of funny, I guess. I didn't laugh out loud or anything, but it sort of sets the tone, perhaps, that this is going to be a comedy movie, but it is also going to be a drama, which I'll get to in a minute. And taken out of context, I'm not sure the joke worked 100%, but within the context of the movie, it perhaps will. Anyway, it starts off with a semi-funny joke, and then you get to a scene that very much looks like a NES commercial back in the day, which is a compliment because the production values are good. Billy and Jay did crowdfund this movie, and they did get some criticism for that, which was ridiculous. Of course, internet comments, that's where civility goes to die. And anyway, they did fund the movie, which obviously it needs it because this isn't just some shoestring budget movie. This is it's got a little production behind it. It's got some money behind it, and it starts off with a boy opening a Christmas gift from grandparents, and it's a young Billy, and he opens the NES action set, and he's obviously very excited about it. Looking on as a young Jay, and he's very intrigued as well. And this is played by Colin, let's see, his name is Colin Heitz, Heitz, and here's someone with some Hollywood cred. He was in Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader and Undercover Boss. And the acting by the grandparents and the kids playing Billy and Jay is good. It's very solid, and it looks like a professional production. Like I said, it looks like it might look like just sort of a TV commercial for the NES back in the day, where kids are excited to open it and everything. So that's good. So it's looking good. And then you go to a scene where Billy and Jay are sad. It's in the, flash forward to when Billy and Jay are grown up, adults, and Billy tears up. And so this shows you, the trailer starts off sort of with a comic angle, and then a nostalgic angle up in the NES, and then Billy tears up, and their grandparents have passed apparently, and they're very sad. So you get the feeling that this is going to be a drama as well. And Billy has talked about that. This isn't just going to be sort of like the angry video game nerd movie where it's a big, just a big joke all the way through and a farce and everything. And I had fun with the angry video game nerd movie just because it was so over the top and so ridiculous and funny. But this is not going to be that. It's going to have humor. It's going to be a comedy, but it's also intended to be a drama as well, and to be emotional and all that stuff. And so there you go. Let's see. So, like I said, this movie does have some money behind it, and there are some Hollywood talent behind all of this. Visual effects are by David Espinoza in part. He worked on Avengers Endgame, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and Ready Player One. Not bad, not too shabby of a resume. Also, Yoshi Vu is also behind the visual effects. And I met Yoshi Vu at Retrofest, which is a small video game convention in Fort Worth. I thought it was really cool. A guy of his stature, just doing this small show, just because he's friends with, some of the, organizers or whatever. And I had a table right next to him, and he was a really nice guy. He watched my table while I took a couple of breaks and vice versa. Really cool guy. And Yoshi Vu worked on Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and Star Trek Into Darkness. Not bad, not too shabby. So, the Game Chasers movie does have some Hollywood production and values behind it. So that's awesome. Now, Billy and Jay are passable actors. They and so are the other people in the movie. It seems to work fine. Could they have hired better actors? More experienced actors? Sure, but fans want to see Billy and Jay in the movie, and they want to see cameos and longer appearances by a lot of the Game Chasers crew. So no problem there. Billy and Jay appear confident on screen. And obviously, they're no strangers to the camera with the long-running Game Chasers show. I believe they've been YouTubing for over 10 years, so, no problem there. They're fine, no problem. Now, 8-Bit Eric is there, a good friend of mine, great guy, one of the nicest YouTubers I know, and he's written stories for my SNES Omnibus books and my forthcoming NES Omnibus book. Really nice guy. He's there, obviously, for comic relief, and there's one scene that shows him sitting on the toilet eating a sandwich, so that's going to be good stuff. 8-Bit Eric, great guy. And then there's appearances by some of the Game Chasers crew, and there's GameSack in there. And like I said, and these aren't, we're not talking, A-list Hollywood talent, but we are talking the Game Chasers crew, and that's what people want to see. It's going to be fun. Now, Norm, the gaming historian, is listed. If you go to IMDb and just sort of look at the cast, he's going to be in the movie, as well as Woodhucker, who has the popular Beat 'em Ups channel. They weren't featured in the trailer, but I imagine if they do a second trailer, perhaps they'll be in it. And I'm really looking forward, because I'm friends with those guys as well, and it's just really going to be a lot of fun seeing my friends in this movie. I definitely plan on seeing the Game Chasers movie at the theater. They've talked about a theatrical release, and I will be there for sure. I will pre-order my ticket, or maybe tickets if my son wants to go with me, or whatever, if I meet some friends there or whatever. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fan service in the movie. Not only do you have the Game Chasers crew, you've got, there's one scene in the trailer where they're talking about the light gun, the light bulb trick that you use when playing Duck Hunt. And longtime NES fans know that you could cheat at Duck Hunt, and Jay, that's what he did to score 1.4 million points, according to the trailer. And so I hope there's fan service all through it. I'm perfectly fine with that. The Konami code, just, blowing in the cartridge, all these NES tropes, I'm perfectly fine with that. It's fan service, and, obviously being a big fan, I'm going to be cool with that if it's all through it, and I think that'll be part of the fun. So I'm just looking forward to this just being a fun movie, a lighthearted movie, but with some emotion as well. Billy has talked about that he wants to have serious moments, he wants to tug at the heartstrings a little bit, and it is a serious movie about recapturing their childhood, about this NES they got for Christmas and just how special that was. I mean, I got my first game console in 1982. I've told you guys the ColecoVision for Christmas, and I was super excited about that. And in 1987, I got my NES for Christmas, and there's just nothing more special, few things I should say, than getting a brand new games console as you know, especially as a kid. You know, and the kids in the film, when Billy and Jay, they look to be about maybe somewhere between maybe 11 or 12, I don't know. But there's few things more special than opening up Christmas morning or Christmas Eve or whatever, opening up, you know, just a fresh, shiny, new console. And the NES is obviously very special to Billy and Jay, and that's what they've made this movie based around. Now, let me know in the comments, if you watch the trailer, what you thought of it. And I'm going to put the link to the trailer on this video, so if you want to go watch the trailer and then come back and comment, I would really appreciate it. Just let me know what you thought of the trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. And once again, I'm going to put the link to my Kickstarter for the NES Omnibus Volume 1. If you guys could check that out. If nothing else, just go to the Kickstarter, look at the sample pages, and just watch the video. It's really cool. Even if you don't want to buy the book, just watch the video. It's awesome. Just a couple of minutes. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later.